Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will introduce myself first. My name is Siti Sopianti, but people usually call me Opi. And this is my task for English for accounting subject, which I will explain about accounting and financial statement. As you can see the slide above, the first thing I will explain about cost. Cost in Indonesia means biaya. Usually, company spending for acquiring new asset, such as machine, building, land, equipment, or the other asset that giving more benefit for company. And the cost has to capitalize. What kind of cost that has to capitalize? The cost that has to capitalize is cost of freight, cost of insurance of asset, cost of installment of asset, and cost that related until the asset can be used. And then asset has salvage value and useful of life, which is asset has to depreciate or amortize per month until the end of the useful life. When asset has reached the end of the useful life, the company has two options. When the condition of asset are still good, company can sell to other, which compare the book value and fair value. When asset has damage or not proper to selling to other, better company disposal asset. And value of selling or disposal is reported to financial statement as gain or loss on disposal or selling asset. Asset and depreciated has to reported at financial statement and fixed asset rows. So the point is asset has the useful of life and salvage value, and company spending for new asset or acquiring new asset has to capitalize and reported at financial statement. That's all about asset. The next is expense. As you can see the slide above, expense in Indonesia means beban. Is use of resource for production process, which is expense has two classification. The first one is direct expense, and the second one is indirect expense. Direct expense is directly related for production process, like cost of goods sold. So cost of goods sold is basic price when company wants to determine price of product and how much company wants to get profit from the product. So company has to consider before determining price of the product. And the second is indirect expense. Indirect expense is not related directly for production process, but supported for production process, such as salary and administrative expense, water and electricity expense, rent expense, and the other expense that supported for production process. Expense deducted from income, which is the difference between income and expense, named as profit. Expense also reported at profit and loss statement or income statement, which is deducted from income. So the point is expense has two classification: direct expense and indirect expense. Direct expense directly related for production process, such as cost of goods sold, and indirect expense is supported for production process, such as salary and administrative expense. So that's all about cost and expense from me. I hopefully everyone who watch my video getting information information about the difference between both of them, cost and expense, and hopefully I also getting the new information from this. So that's all about cost and expense from me, and see you next video.